Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you how I made this DIY version of Millie the Whale. Now the only Millie the Whale I kind of had to go on by this was a fake one that I had. So I tried to base its face off of one I've seen on Google. The main premise was behind this video was me trying to make a squishy I already had, but then I realised that actually this is a fake one, so I should try and make it look more realistic to the real one, like this one was supposed to be, but then it kind of made a mashup of the two. But here is my homemade one on the right, and here is my obviously fake real Millie the Whale squishy on the left. I don't know how else to explain that, but yeah, if you want to see how I made this, then just keep on watching. I will be squishing them at the end so you can get a good like comparative thing going on.
So to start off with, I just took a small block of memory foam and I drew around my original kind of whale-like squishy. Now the reason that I did this was just to get the kind of proportions right, because I was trying to like imitate the one I already had. I just wanted to get it pretty much exactly the same size. So I just took my scissors and started carving away out the foam. I've really sped this up for you guys so that I can keep all of the process in here, and then hopefully you can just watch it through on really quick time. I know when shaping squishies it can take forever for the person to do it, but this took me about 20 minutes in total, so I've just sped that up so you have like a minute's worth of footage and you don't have to spend 20 minutes watching me do it. You can just, you know, see how I kind of do it, and then you have more time to do it yourself. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, so I just went ahead and shaped out the main ball first and then focused on the tail. Once I had the basic shape done, I then just smoothed and smoothed and smoothed, making small snips at a time. Once I had the main body shape, I then took some offcuts to make like the horn and the two little kind of fins down at the front of the narwhal. Now I know I get a lot of questions like, why do you call it a whale? It's just because the name of the narwhal, like original one, is called Millie the Whale and Billy the Whale, so now I call them whales. So even though I know they are narwhals, that's why that happens. And as you can see here, I just hot glued on the little fin. I went ahead and did the other side, and then I did the same for the horn. So I just rounded out a cone shape using my scissors, making it nice and smooth, and then just taking the smallest dot of hot glue ever and just sticking that into place. I'm not using the hot glue really to stick it down, I'm just using it to kind of keep it in place so that when I put the paint on, it's already there. In order to make the puffy paint kind of mixture, I took some white glue and puffy paint, and I did this at a 50-50 ratio. I then took some pink acrylic and popped that into the mixture just to kind of colour it. I didn't use a lot of this, and I find that just a small amount just helps to colour the paint, and it doesn't make it hard, it doesn't make it crack, it doesn't do anything like that, so long as you keep it to a small amount. I then mix that in and then just start painting. So the way that I paint my squishies is by sticking a skewer into them so that I can get to like all the sides of it, and then just pop that skewer into like a vase or a pot or something so that it has like something stable to dry on. And then you're able to like actually like paint all of it and then leave it to dry one layer at a time, rather than painting one side and then painting the other side and so on. So I just took a paintbrush and kind of patted it on top, making a nice thick layer for the first go. This does absorb slightly into the foam, so expect loads of little bubbles and air holes and that sort of stuff to show through. But anyway, I went ahead and I painted layer by layer, leaving it to dry in between each one. So this is what layer number 1 looked like. This was layer number 2, painting on now. And once you get to like the second layer, it starts to like sit on top of the other one then. So as you can see, so many more air holes have closed up. And then by the third one, you'll pretty much get hardly any, and you just want to keep going until all the air holes are completely covered. Once you have a completely covered surface, you're then ready to paint on the details. So I just took a puffy paint mixture again and painted the horn in a purple. I then took a white puffy paint, just straight puffy paint on this one, and I just painted on the heart on the bottom of the little whale. As you can see, I still had the hole there. I'm not going to cover it up on this squishy because I want an air hole anyway, so I'm keeping the skewer hole in place. And I went ahead and with a dotting tool, I then painted on the details. So I painted on the eyes, the mouth, a little dot inside of the eyes as highlight, and then a swirl around the horn. So took a slightly lighter pink colour just to act as a little kind of blush on the cheeks, as this was on the picture on Google of the real Millie the Whale. So this is what they both look like from the top, from the sides. I'm wondering if you can see that or if it's a little bit too bright. I feel like
It's too bright. Let's turn that down. A bit better. A bit too dark. I'll stick there. This is the little faces. Obviously, I tried to base this one off of the real kind of Millie the whale. If you can hear Roman barking right now, I'm really sorry, but he's just on a mission today. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I think size wise, kind of color wise, it's kind of like spot on. Obviously this is the fake one, so it is going to look a little bit different because I did try and base off the real one off of Google, but I don't have the real one, which is really annoying. But you know, what can you do? I do intend to make some like of the real squishies that I have, so if you have any squishies that you want to see me recreate, then do let me know down in the comments down below. But this is the squishiness of them both. Still very slow. They're both very slow. This one here is a little bit more softer, but they're still both really, really slow rising. Quite comparable actually. But yeah. They're still both very, very, very satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. Look at my thumbnail print in there. They're both very airy. This one here sounds more airy because we have that little hole in the bottom. That there is where the skewer came out, but it's also allowing air in and out, which kind of really helps with the squishiness of it. I mean, I think they're pretty similar, not gonna lie. I feel like I did quite a good job. I think I probably could have done a better job at smoothing it out, but with my big scissors, that's kind of hard, and it took forever to even get it that smooth, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm really, really happy with how they've turned out. They now like got their little twins. They're not identical twins, but they are twins. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Like I said, if you have any squishies that you want me to recreate in particular, then let me know down in the comments down below, as I will be sure to read them all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!